Hi guys, this is the You Know My Name, Not My Story podcast by the Brave Project. This is episode 5. My name's Ash.
My name's Ross.
Thank you, Ishan and Ross, for joining us today. My name is Donnell Grant, and I am the founder of the Brave Project. So, like all of our episodes so far, what we'll be doing is we'll be talking to these lovely men who are our guests today about their experience when it comes to mental health support and well-being. So, I'm gonna hand you over to also my co-host today,
Hi everyone, I hope you're good.
and back to me. So I'm going to be asking the first question. My first question to the young men on the panel, the guest, will be: why do you think young black men are least likely to seek support or help for their mental health? And that will go to Sean first.
I feel like there aren't as many systems in place or systems advertised or promoted enough for young black men to be able to go and have a safe, not just a space, but a safe space to openly speak their mind or speak about what they're feeling or the things that they're going through.
And Ross, over to you. Why do you think potentially young black men are least likely to seek support or help for their mental health?
I feel like it's because building off of his point, it's how the systems are. I feel like the systems are built in a way where younger black people and people of color have certain problems and they go through certain issues where they're more likely to be targeted or put into a different category.
Any other comments on that? No?
No,
No.
he's right in saying that people of color or black people are put in a different category than other people. So they're like marginalized so that they feel more oppressed or like the help that they actually want or they actually need, they're unable to get, or they get less so than other people that aren't marginalized or put in a box, like he said.
So the next question is, who do you feel comfortable going to or speaking to when you need support? So who do you feel comfortable going to or speaking to when you need support? So when you want to get some support, who would you feel comfortable with, like going to or speaking to?
Me personally, I'd feel comfortable going to a small group or select few friends that I have, maybe some family members, but not to any associations or any groups like that say they have a safe space or that say they provide a safe space for young black men. Personally,
And over to you, Russ. Who do you go to when you need support? Like, say you were going through something, or could be, I don't know, getting support about a job, or maybe you wanted to talk to somebody about anything. Who would you go to?
Yeah, like more or less, I'd probably go to like my siblings or like my friends. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's more a thing like within black communities where you're more as one. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you're more together. So it's like you're gonna have your groups where you can chat to them. You have your family where you can chat to them. But I don't really more or less think like I don't feel like you're gonna call the police if you needed help. Or you're gonna call like an awareness or something. I feel like most of the time you're gonna go to your kind of people. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? Just as an extra, do you guys know what support systems there are? So like, if you actually need support, do you know what is already existing?
yeah, there's support systems like the Samaritans or like other groups, but not too many specifically catered for black men or for black communities.
And do you feel like most young people know what they are?
No.
No.
Also, building on from what Leo has just said, like, do you guys know what support is? So support obviously can look like going to a professional. It could be, I mean, it could be going to, I don't know, a healthcare professional. So you might want to go to your GP if you're having, like, you needed medical support, or it could be, I don't know, accessing that counselling services if you felt that, you know, you were having some mental health challenges. If you were in education or studying at university, you might want to go to like your lecturer. It could mean potentially might want to go to like a sibling, relative, or it could mean your friend. So it might look different for you or different for different people. Next question. is confidentiality and trust important when seeking help or support? So when you look for help and support, is it important, sorry, that the information is confidential?
Yes, I feel like it's very important. I feel like the main thing, if you're getting support from someone or talking to someone, you're talking to them specifically. It's like if you wanted the whole world to know there's social media, you could go make a Snapchat post, an Instagram post. You could go make whatever you want, but I feel like if you specifically tell one person something, that's got to be between you and them no matter what.
Yeah, like Ross was saying, if you tell one person something, you're not telling everybody else the thing that you're telling them. There's like almost even if you don't say, it's confidential or you put in trust in them, it's almost like a hidden pact or a hidden code between you guys saying, I'm telling you and only you, I'm not telling the entire world my situation. So in any type of support, in any type of way of seeking support or help or anything, if you're going to that one person on their own, there needs to be a level of confidentiality and trust between you guys before you can even proceed.
And does that include professionals? In terms of trust and confidentiality, is it important that you can trust that person that you speak to if you decided to go to a professional?
It definitely is like if you're going to professional about what you like your needs and your mental health or any type of support, you're gonna need to put trust in them. You can't be telling someone that you don't trust or you don't have any faith in the deep personal things about you because you don't know if they're gonna go around and tell someone else about it and that person's gonna tell someone else. And then the thing that you wanted to keep private or to get help from one person, 10 other people know, 50 other people know.
Mm.
It's like it's almost like a form of betrayal.
I've got an interesting question, yeah. Ross just made me think of something. Do you guys think that social media is a good platform for an outlet, to have an outlet for mental health? So do you think, so if yes, then expand on your answer. If no, then expand on your answer.
I'd say, do you know what it is? It's one that's in the middle. It all depends, I feel like, with social media. Social media is something, if you have the right people, because it's more of an exchange, you know what I'm saying? If you have the right people on your social media, they can take you to places, they can help you, you know what I'm saying? But if you have the wrong kind of people around you and people on your socials that are just going to make you feel a certain way, then I feel like it can be a setback as well.
I think that social media is a good place, like mental health, because more time you have people that you know, people that you've interacted with, like people that you know in your actual real life on social media. So more time, if you post something about your mental health, saying, today I'm not feeling so good, or today I'm feeling under the weather, people that you know are gonna be like, why is this, like, how can I help you? This, that, rather than just ignoring it or just moving on with their day. They're gonna be there to interact and then support you when you need. But saying that, not everybody is going to interact with you. So more time, you could feel the fact that someone ignored your post or ignored what you said, and that could hurt more than say 5 people coming to you and being like, how are you?
Yeah, and so off what he's saying, that's why I feel like there's good and bad with it. It's like some people could help you, but there's also the side, there's people that make jokes and memes all day on social media. So there's always that side. People clown you and some will help you. There's always a balance.
Yeah, those are some really interesting perspectives. I never thought about it like that. So moving on to the next question. Do you think that society cares about men's mental health?
Yeah, to a certain degree. I don't think that society or the entirety of society cares about men's mental health as much as it should. But there are small subsections or small parts of society that they are literally dedicated to helping men's mental health. But overall, I'd say they don't care enough, at least.
Yeah, I feel like with men's mental health, I feel like it's only something where you can really help yourself with, more or less, to a point, because it's like you could get all the help you need, but sometimes it's just you on the inside. Sometimes it's something that you need to fix. Like, not everyone wants to reach out. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who do just want to get over their battles in private. But that's why I feel like it's just life. Life can hit you sometimes. Like, you know what I'm saying? We was all kids at one point. We was all living good. So it's like, where did the change occur? So, yeah.
Thank you, guys. And next question: do you think that men and women get the same support with their mental health or well-being? Do you think they are treated the same, Ross?
Yeah, like with me, I feel like with men and women, there's a big divide these days. Like, I feel like there's been a very big division created between man and woman, but at the end of the day, it's as everyone says, we're all one. So I feel like it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. I feel like women and men need more support. You know, like we all need support. So I don't really know if there's one that gets more than the other, how I feel. But I just feel like everyone needs support regardless of your gender.
Off of what you said, everyone needs support. But I don't think that. Oh, sorry, but I think that men don't get as enough and or as much support as women, or the support for men isn't as blatant or as obvious for women. Because like, if you see, say in public, if you see a man going through a crisis or crying or sitting on the floor crying and upset, 9 out of 10 people would walk on and completely go on with their day, completely ignore the man, even forget about him by the end of the day. But if there was a woman crying on the floor, sitting on the street crying, 9 out of 10 people would have stopped and helped her, asked her what happened, what's going on, even stopped themselves to say, how can I help you? Whatever can I do?
Yeah. Just kind of like just adding a little bit to this topic. I wonder how you guys feel about this. Yeah. Do you guys think it's a trend for people to care about men's mental health, or do you think people genuinely care about it, or do you feel like some people are just kind of jumping on it because it's a trend and it's a cool thing to do now? Or do you think people are genuinely recognizing that actually men's mental health matters?
I feel like for some people it's a trend. For some people they're taking it seriously. I feel like there's a lot of people starting to realize that like men are having a lot of problems mentally just as well as women. Whereas before it was just a lot of people were seeing it as a way, oh, the man's okay, he'll get through whatever, you know what I'm saying? I feel like now it's more people are seeing men need help. But yeah.
Going off what you said, more recently it's become a trend for people to care about men's mental health, whether it be for more attention on social media or something like that. But I feel like there's always been people that have cared about men's mental health. It's just that more recently, more people are trying to hop onto it with ulterior motives other than actually helping men's mental health.
Is representation important when accessing or getting support? So, is it important that the person, I guess, understands you, your cultural background, who you are, where you're from, looks like you, sounds like you, has been through the same thing as you, maybe the same lived experience? Is that important?
Yeah, it's kind of important. I'd want to go to me personally. I'd want to go to someone who's been through similar things to me, so that they can actually understand my perspective and the things that I've been through, rather than someone having no knowledge of what I've been through or not being able to relate or sympathize with what I've been through, coming and telling me that my experiences aren't as bad because they haven't experienced it. But then again, if you're going to seek support or going to look for a new perspective while seeking support, you're going to need someone that hasn't been through what you've been through, so that them with their open mind, with the blank slate, can say to you, maybe you should look at it in this kind of light rather than in one kind of light. You know what I'm saying?
Ross, what would your perspective be on that question?
Yeah, I feel like you need to see people that are on the same knowingness or even from the same culture as you, because I just feel like when everyone has the same kind of overstanding or understanding, understanding, it creates more, you know what I'm saying? If you know someone who has been through exactly what you've been through and they're older than you already know then exactly what you're going through now, you can get through it. So I feel like when you know someone who's been through what you've been through, or you get help from someone like it can benefit you in a bigger way. It can push you further. You can learn off what someone else has done and then just keep becoming a better person.
Here's the final question to close it off with. What's your message to the men out there who are struggling? What would you tell them?
I'd say keep grinding and don't give up, because there's so many times where life's gonna kick you down, and it's a thing you're either gonna stay down or pick yourself back up, because that's the thing with mental health, and that is something that tries to eat you. But it's like only you can put yourself up and stand on your feet and build something for yourself, create something. So I feel like you just have to stay on track with whatever you're trying to do in life.
What about you, Ash?
Similar to what Ross said, you have to be able to get up on your feet, but then you should look for support systems that benefit you, people that you can have when you're not feeling your best, or when you can't carry yourself, people that can help to carry you.
Thanks for watching. Catch us in the next episode.